Agentic SEO, OpenCore plus Hermes AI SEO. So Agentic SEO is here, and OpenCore plus Hermes are the two tools changing how businesses get found online. Not by writing more content, not by hiring bigger teams, by running AI agents that do the SEO work for you around the clock automatically. I want to show you exactly what this looks like because most people still think SEO means sitting down, doing keyword research, writing a blog post, and hoping Google likes it. And that model is dying fast. Here's what's actually happening right now. OpenCore is an open source AI agent. It runs on your machine or a server, and it has a skill specifically for SEO called programmatic-SEO that you can install in seconds from ClawHub. Once it's running, you can send it a message on WhatsApp or Telegram, something like, for example, analyze the top 10 Google results for my target keyword, pull all the headings in, find the content gaps, and give me a brief. And it can actually do it whilst you're doing something else or sleeping, for example. One user documented their full setup. OpenClaw wakes up every 4 hours via a scheduled task. It then scrapes competitor websites for trending keywords, drafts content, and pushes articles straight to WordPress. That setup reclaimed over 50 hours a week and increased their organic leads by 35%. One agent running by itself. And that's before we even talk about Hermes. Hermes is built by News Research. It sits right between OpenClaw and a traditional AI tool. It's open source, built in Python, and sits between a Claude Code style CLI and an OpenClaw style messaging platform agent. But here's what makes it different for SEO specifically. Hermes has a built-in learning loop. Every task it does, it learns from. Every SEO workflow you run through it, it saves as a skill. The more you use it, the sharper it gets. It creates skills from experience, improves them during use, and builds a deepening model of who you are across sessions. So if you run competitor analysis through it on Monday, it remembers the structure. By Friday, it's faster. It's better, and it's doing things with less input from you. This is what most people miss about agentic SEO. The agents don't just automate tasks once, they get smarter as they go. And let me make this concrete. Let's say, for example, you run a local service business. You want to rank for 50 keywords in your area. The old way would be you write 50 pages, manually optimize each one, check rankings every week in a spreadsheet, notice one dropped, and try and figure out why, fix it, and move on. And that's weeks of work, easily. With OpenClaw running the SEO skills in the background, you give it your keyword list, it clusters them by intent, drafts the pages, and monitors rankings. Local SEO management used to take like 50 hours a week, and now it drops to like 2 hours of review. And you're reviewing, not doing. That's a different business model completely. If you want a step-by-step plan for this, if you want to learn how to use AI for SEO in your business, you can check out juliangoldie.com, or you can join the AI Profit Boardroom community where we show you AI SEO automations like this. But if you want a free SEO strategy session, go to juliangoldie.com. Now, here's where it gets really interesting because OpenClaw isn't just doing keyword research and writing content. It's doing content gap analysis at scale. OpenClaw automates content gap analysis by scraping competitor pages, extracting heading structures, and cross-referencing it with Google's People Also Ask data. So instead of opening 10 competitor tabs and reading thousands of words to find the one angle they missed, OpenClaw does that crawl for you and then hands you the gap. For an agency owner, managing like 20 clients, that alone is a game changer, right? But you're not paying a team to manually audit competitors every month. You assign it to the agent. It runs Monday morning, and you've got a briefing in your WhatsApp before you finish your coffee. One agency reported replacing 3 to 4 hours of weekly manual SEO monitoring with a 10-minute WhatsApp briefing every Monday morning. And Hermes, it adds another layer because whilst OpenClaw is the better choice if you need multi-agent coordination across the team, Hermes wins on the personal operator side. Hermes search and summarized memory is better for a personal operator who needs deep recall across a long history of varied work. So if you're running your own business solo, Hermes is tracking everything. It remembers which keywords you're targeting. It remembers what word last month. You don't have to re-explain your strategy every single time you open a new session. Think about what that means for link building, for example. Most people treat outreach like a one-off campaign. They send some emails, hope a few stick, move on. With Hermes running, it's tracking your outreach history, flagging which prospects responded, noting which angles got replied. One SEO, for example, using OpenClaw could set it to monitor competitor change logs and feature pages, and then when a major tool launches an update, the agent can flag it the same day it goes live. That kind of monitoring used to mean manually checking a dozen sites every week. Now you can do it automatically. There's also the GEO angle. And if you're not thinking about this yet, you need to be. GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. It's about getting your brand cited by AI tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's AI overviews, not just ranking on the search results page. 73% of AI search interactions now end without a click, making brand visibility in the answer itself the new top priority. Your content needs to be structured so AI agents can read it, understand it, and cite it. OpenClaw's SEO skills can do this. You can actually train it on GEO, or you can give it some optimization skills yourself. And then there are other skills you can install from ClawHub that allow you to use GEO too. And that way, you're not just optimizing for Google anymore, you're optimizing to be the source that AI systems pull when someone asks a question in your niche. This matters more than most people realize. 22% of e-commerce sites have already reported a measurable drop in search traffic because AI suggestions are replacing traditional clicks. If your site isn't structured for this new model, you're not competing. You're just getting bypassed. And here's the thing about setup. This isn't complicated. OpenClaw local setup usually takes about 15 to 30 minutes with moderate technical skill required. Hermes is even simpler. You type Hermes and you're talking to it once you've installed it from GitHub. So there's no gateway to configure, no background processes to manage. And the question isn't whether these tools work, because they do. The question is whether you start now or you wait for your competitors to have a 6-month head start, because Agentic SEO compounds. The agents learn, the rankings build, the leads come in, and the gap between people running this and people doing SEO the old way just gets bigger and bigger every week. Most businesses are still paying for a stack of SEO tools, for example, like rank trackers or content tools or audit platforms, outreach software, and the best OpenCore skills for marketers replace over $450 a month in SaaS subscriptions with open source extensions. And they can automate everything from SEO research to content publishing. So you can just have one agent running the tools, doing the job of like 5 different team members, and then running 24/7. And that's a shift, and it's happening right now. The businesses that figure this out first, the agencies, the local service operators, the e-commerce brands, they're going to pull ahead fast. And the ones still manually doing keyword research in a spreadsheet are going to wonder why their traffic flatlined. Agentic SEO isn't coming, it's already here. OpenCore and Hermes are the 2 tools at the front of it. And setting this up is more accessible than most people think. If you want coaching on how to implement this, how to connect to OpenClaw SEO skills to build your workflow, how to use Hermes to build a self-improving SEO loop for your business, and a 30-day roadmap to start ranking and generating leads with Agentic AI, come join us in the AI Profit Boarding, link in the comments description, or go to the AIProfitBoarding.com. And if you want a free SEO strategy session where we'll look at your site, we'll give you some ideas on how you can improve it, etc., go to juliangoldie.com and we'll see you inside. Thanks for watching.